Cannot do penalties. Watkins! 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 Ollie Watkins! Ollie Watkins! Ollie Watkins! Come on! Come on! Ah, yes! We're going to Germany! We're going to Germany!
Listen, man. This doesn't even need an intro, man. We don't need no intro, man. FCM, you already know what time it is. You know what's going on. We've got Cams, we've got Mayo, we've got Fuad. Listen, man. England are in the final! It's coming on! Let's fucking... Let's go! Let's go! You already know what time it is. Let's go! Welcome back to another episode of FCM. Listen, Euro special, you know what's going on. It's your boy Mayo Quadri to my left, the cult hero culture, Cams to my right, Fuad, CADANI. We had an FCM matchup. We've not had one of these for ages, and it delivered. We have English joy and Dutch pain. The Dutch got packed, spliffed. You get me? So we're going to jubilate today, but of course we've got to talk about the other game as well. But listen, before I go any further, as you know, FCM is moving up in the world. Euros 2024 is here. The tournament has been mad. Teams all over Europe have bowed out for glory on the pitch. But listen, we've got something special for you. Before we dive into any action on this episode, let's talk about online privacy and security. Last week we told you, we're telling you again, this episode is sponsored by Proton VPN. Let's give them a clap. Let's give them a clap. Listen, that Proton VPN boost got us our final of the Euros, you know. Don't sleep. Before Proton, we won't get into Euros finals, you get me? So big up Proton. Listen, today's offer, you can get special deals if you click the link for us. But listen, Proton's important if you want to protect your privacy, your Wi-Fi in stadiums, wherever you are. It encrypts to make sure that internet connection is safe for anyone that's trying to look at your personal information. So make sure you check them out. Let's get into it, man. Where to start?
Penalty? No, hold on. I'll tell you where we start. Fuad CADANI. Acknowledge me.
I refuse.
Acknowledge me.
I refuse.
Acknowledge me, bro.
I refuse. You need to acknowledge the second part of the script.
I ain't doing. You do that. Do that.
Over 5,000 plus servers in 91 countries, so you can stream every goal, every tackle, every moment in HD quality, no matter where you are in the world. So don't let anything come between you and the excitement of the Euro 2024. Stay secure, stay anonymous, and stay ahead of the game with Proton VPN. For a limited time.
Say it with a smile on your face, bro.
I'm smiling.
They're paying us, bro.
1 month for free with the 1 year plan, and the 3 months for free on a 2 year plan. Only through our unique link. So make sure you guys click the link, protonvpn.com/FCM to go and get started. Can't support the show, guys. Now, back
Are you ready to acknowledge me?
Maywa.
Are you ready to acknowledge me, bro?
You're going to kick the show off. Let's
get into it, man. I don't want the energy to die. I need the energy to be high. Let's go. First things first. Penalty or no penalty? I've heard various things. Penalty or no penalty?
Hell no, that was never a penalty.
Tell me more.
I'm sorry, that's where we're going to start because that is an injustice in football. First and foremost, we've got a referee in charge that has previously been charged for match fixing. Can we just acknowledge that first and foremost? But that in no scenario is ever a penalty. I'm sorry. Apparently, these days, we're not allowing defenders to defend at all. We expect them to be amputees in terms of their arms. They're not allowed to have any because if they are up, it's a penalty. And if you try and block the ball now, apparently, it's a foul as well, despite Kane going to kick him. Even when you look at the slow-mo replay on the VAR, Dumfries gets the slightest touch on the ball. And then also, Kane well and truly gets a shot off. And then you want to give the penalty then. I'm sorry, under no circumstances is that a penalty. If you want to give it the, I've seen those given in some instances. Shut up. We're talking the Euros of the semi-final, bro. That is nonsense.
What about with the first goal, with Ulot's goal?
Beautiful.
What about Ulot's goal?
The way Rice got shifted up.
No, that was a foul too. You can say if that's a penalty, then they got to give that as a foul. That's a foul too.
You're not gonna.
That's a foul.
So you're basically saying football's a non-contact sport now.
That's what you see.
That is
For me,
you can't compare that first. Xavi Simons just showed good strength there in my position.
Bro,
and then the second one, I'm sorry.
Dumfries was late.
Kane is swinging his boot.
But Dumfries was late, though. Was Dumfries late? Yes or no?
Dumfries was trying to block the ball, bro. What do you mean?
But that happens in football. His studs were up, it was late, and he kicked the man.
See, you're trying to do this.
But he kicked the man, his studs were up.
You lot are slime.
His studs were up.
Guess what? England have slimed their way through every single round, and I'm glad you slimed your way to this final again.
Yeah.
So this hope
glad. You're not glad.
This is the hope that kills you. And I promise you, you will not win that final.
What?
Cool.
But don't talk. Yeah, listen. Don't try and write checks for Spain to cash.
Whatever,
you guys couldn't cash this check,
Whatever.
bro. You couldn't cash it. You were talking about it. You were dreaming about Netherlands versus Spain rematch. Fuck your rematch, bro. You ain't getting a rematch. Do you know why? Because of the 3 Lions, mate. The 3 Lions. Horrid. Listen, if you're gonna complain about that, that's a penalty. I mean, that's a foul on Declan Rice. Clipped his ankle, clipped his knee. If you're gonna say that, so. It's 1-1.
I'll be honest.
It's 1-1.
I want the conversation to progress.
You got to remove both.
In order to make it progress, I don't think it was. I don't think it was a pen. I feel like if that went against England, like, mate, we would be burning down. We would be burning down London right now. I don't think it was a pen. I think that the game's gone soft for that. But I think in terms of this game, though, there are a few things that I want to shout out.
Yeah.
In terms of performances, England have really grown into the tournament. That was probably the best performance. But people have been calling for Southgate substitutions. Before the substitutions, the whole timeline was like, the game has changed now because Holland managed to get some real good control in the game. As far as substitutions go, for the goal scorer and assister to both come off the bench and do that, it's almost like no one can say anything. You can't fault him if that's what he's going to do. I feel like everyone's been looking for opportunity to say something. He took Harry Kane off. Brought on Watkins, who hasn't played. Boom. One chance, only shot on target in the second half, dispatched. That is what he has needed to do for so long, and I feel like you have to give credit where it's due. Back-to-back Euros finals. I mentioned last week the achievements he's had so far. That performance, that feels like something's finally changed. Because in previous times, if that was the last one, the Italy game, you feel like that substitution might not have happened if you got extra time. But to take your captain off, to realise that you have to change something, and for it to go right, you've got to applaud that, man. I give it massive credit, but it was staring us in the face. They were staring us in the face. Kane should have come off. Jude should have come off. It was staring us in the face, and he made the right decisions finally. Even with the Trippier sub, he made the right decision. I do think the game started going left, do you know what I mean, in them moments. But the game, like in the first half, Kobie Maino getting on the ball, Foden, Saka, that's where you wanted to play. In the second half, the Dutch did very well. They kind of didn't want England to go down that side and made England play down the weaker left side, which was very good. I don't know if that was something they spoke about at half time, but as the game was going, I could see, you could smell. This is the quality that England have been talking about the whole time. We've got players. Let's not forget, everyone's mocking Watkins, acting like he can't play after Harry Kane. The guy almost dropped like 40 GA this season. He's had a top year. Fired Aston Villa into the Champions League. Cole Palmer, one of the most GA in Europe. Top player. This is the quality that England have in their squad. So when I saw the Netherlands, I was like, these guys ain't got nothing. They haven't got anything. Bring on a sub, we will change the game and we'll win it. The Netherlands didn't have the squad to compete with England. If it went to extra time, it could have been 3 or 4 in my opinion. If it had gotten longer, it would have been 3 or 4 because the Netherlands don't have the quality that England have. It's as simple as that. And when Memphis came off early and he put my man up top, that was a mess. Should have put on Weghorst immediately.
Disaster.
But he put on Weghorst a bit. It was a bit weird. But England, you could talk about, you know, what our players didn't do. What was the player of the tournament? Cody Gakpo. What was that? Just give me one day. Just give me one moment. Yeah. You do that with Arne Slot, mate. You go and do that with Arne Slot over in Merseyside because you ain't doing it round here. Not with Kyle Walker. Not with Saka, even at the right wing back. Not with our boys over here. Get me? Not with our boys.
I blame Koeman for this right now. This chest and bravado they're talking with, because honestly, after we conceded that penalty, basically, it's like Koeman showed way too much respect for these. It's like he hasn't been seeing Kyle Walker perform the whole time. You know, Cody Gakpo by the 60th minute only had 10 touches. Yeah. You know how little you're fucking utilising him at that point?
Good.
Listen, this was a disaster. And when you're bringing on Vim and when Depay gets injured, why are you bringing on an extra midfielder? And you're talking about, Holland did well in the second half. Holland did nothing in the second half. They barely created. And how long does it take for you to make some subs? He waited till Watkins scored in the 91st minute to finally make some changes. Then he brings on Bobby and Xerxes. Too little, too late, brother. Too reactive, not proactive. And all throughout the watch, I was saying, bro, 60th minute, nothing's moving. Instead, he sticks Xavi Simons right wing, who we saw in the first game, it did not work. And you're doing the same shit again. It makes no sense. And this was what I was saying with Koeman all along. It's like, it almost felt like with Southgate, how they're just getting through to the next round. So you can't really say nothing, but you could see it staring in your face. Every single game, that midfield looked a little, but Rhinos would just do enough to get us through. Now you're seeing Gakpo completely underutilized. The way you used Weghorst, you brought him on. How many crosses did you see go into the box? Barely any.
And it's causing problems, though.
To some set pieces.
From set pieces, yes. And that was the only thing. And I'm like, is that it now? And how much respect do we want to give England? How much possession did you have? 60, 70 possession? When was the last time you dominated teams like that? And we made you look like globetrotters, essentially. And I'm like, why are we doing this? We didn't get to the semi-finals playing like this. We didn't play against Turkey like this. We didn't play against Romania like this. But we're giving England the, it's the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, it is. We are.
And look, that's how they act.
That's what we should be.
Ridiculous. And for me, a lot of this loss, I blame on Koeman. From the minute Depay went down, you let this game slip out of your control, and you completely gifted the game to England.
Do you know what I'll say? Yeah, coming into this game, a lot of the talk was, will England's performance change because of the level of opposition they're playing? Because it feels like England have played to their opponents so far. The Slovakia game, not great. Switzerland, better opposition, we turned it up a little bit. This game, it was like, a lot of these players might know each other, but Holland play a bit better. That performance by England, whether you think Koeman got it wrong or whatnot, was inspiring. You mentioned someone that I feel like in all of this, for me, he was man of the match, and I feel like he has to get spoken about. England have been talking about this midfielder, this mythical creature that no generation has had for years. And it's a Ghanaian called Kobie Maino. Is England's saviour in the middle of the field. Take that in. Kobie Maino, he skipped how many year groups for England? Comes in and like he's been there for years. Today I saw defensive attributes. I saw controlling of the game. I saw the two-man step from Stockport. Oh my goodness. Foden should have scored that, by the way. But Kobie Maino's performance in the semi-final, that kid's the truth, man. I kid you not. I'm not going to speak about, we spoke big man, but when you talk about, if you want to talk about talents from England, what we're seeing is not normal. It's the game's too easy for him.
Bro, this is what you need in your team. It's all about partnerships. It's all about balance.
Connections.
Since Kobie's come into the team, nobody's trying to diss Declan Rice. Yeah, Declan Rice slipped to whatever. I think it was a foul for that goal, but whatever. His performance as well, excellent. Defensive work, most passes completed today as well. Getting on the ball, Kobie Maino next to him. Everything is about partnerships, bro. It's all about partnerships. You can see when people are on a wavelength, and it took about first game it was okay, second game was okay, and now they've had 3 games together. You can see the relationship. You can see the understanding. Same thing with what Kobie and Foden were doing. Yeah. Same thing with Bukayo Saka. We knew Ake. Shout out Ake. Very good game that he had. When Saka was trying to do his stuff. He saw it. But you could see that these are the players that were making England play, bro. And that's the most important thing. Too much. England want to sacrifice performance for moments. Too much. And this was the first game today, I think everyone finally saw, performance is what matters. You can't go in every game and just saying, you know what? Kane's gonna score though, eventually, ain't he? Jude is gonna score eventually, ain't he? No, bro. Get the players that are going to make you guys play well. If the performance improves, you will have chances to score. Cole Palmer comes on. Ollie Watkins comes on. They make just a little connection, and it's a goal. It's not all about, this guy scored that many goals for his club. So it's not all about that. It's about who's going to make your team play better football, bro.
You're right, but what I would also say to that as well is the moments don't always have to fall to
he scored a penalty. He scored a penalty.
No, but what I'm saying is the moments don't always have to fall to the usual suspects. And I think for me, that was the key thing I took from this, because in the last game when Ivan Toney comes on and makes a difference, it's almost like you're realising that Harry Kane doesn't have to be the be-all and end-all. Yes, he's been England's saviour for so long.
If only somebody told you guys that.
You can if all of these players are the level that we've been saying, people can do stuff. Watkins comes on, the only shot on target for the second half, dispatched. That move is trademark move. Like you said, players have an understanding. And we mentioned about Germany dropping verts and all that. Ever since the centre mid thing, Trent's we say it, Trent is an X-factor player. We've not seen Trent. Trent comes on with like a little cameo. That's fine, because if the team has a balance here, work to the balance. Go back to what you know best. When they slated you for 5 at the back, did it not get you to finals? Yes, go back to that. Have we complained since? No, I thought sometimes with Southgate, or just managers in general, stick to your laurels, but make it make sense. And I don't feel anyone can fault the way he set up that team and the substitutions he's made. The bigger thing now is, when you play Spain, you're talking about individual talent. You're talking about teams working together. They have individual talents.
What are you laughing at?
On par, if not probably better than England. So now your management's going to come in even more because now they're going to control the midfield more than Holland did today. They're going to be dangerous on the flanks.
Yes, different tactics.
So now, how are you going to impose yourself in the game? And the big thing is, everyone's talking about Kane's legs are shot and whatnot. And you'd think that if you're going to change something drastic, you change it before final. I don't think you can now drop Kane before final. That's the interesting thing now. So Kane's going to have to play.
Yeah, he will.
And then you're going to have to make that substitution again because he's not going to last 90 minutes. How does that affect you?
Who knows? You have to see where you are. I mean, that's what managers get paid for. That's why Gareth Southgate is the highest paid manager in the Euros. You know what I mean? He's got to make big decisions. You know what I'm saying? It's fact, he is. So he's got to make big decisions. Crazy. But we'll see. Now, I don't know what he's going to go and do. I don't know. But as I've said before, you need someone that's going to occupy centre-halves, make centre-halves think. How are centre-halves going to look and think, okay, I can't just get on the ball. I can't just dominate this guy easily. Like, that's how I see the game. So England are going to have to decide this, especially if you haven't got that much of the ball. If you haven't got that much of the ball, I don't know what Harry Kane's going to do in that game, personally. Like, Tony might hold the ball. Watkins might run the channels. I'm worried about that. But right now, you know, I'm still going to be thinking about the result that we got today. We'll think about that tomorrow. We'll think about that in 2 days. You know what I mean? Because I will be in Berlin cheering on the boys.
I'll be there.
You'll be there too, yeah. I'll be there in Berlin cheering on the boys. You know what I mean? I know you're now living. I don't know why. Now you're living through Spain. I know you want to live through Spain. Don't live through Spain. Support us, bro. Support us. This country gave you papers, mate. This country gave you papers. That's my boy. This country gave you papers, mate. You know what I mean?
They ain't.
What? You ain't got papers?
No.
Hey, immigration office.
Come get me.
Immigration office.
Come get me.
You ain't got the immigration office. Get this guy out of my country, mate. If you get this guy out of my country.
They want the English.
Get this guy out of my country. Hey, listen. I should get my flag too, mate.
In all seriousness, on this game though as well, I feel like there's more talking points we're not talking about. You mentioned briefly Luke Shaw. What difference it makes having someone that actually has a left foot on the left side? I think actually, I'll be honest, I think we actually got worse when he came on. Not his fault.
No way.
Not his fault. No, I do. I think we did. I think we started playing down to the weaker left-hand side.
It gives you like an outside threat that
you're
natural. Not getting when Trippier.
No, I'm not saying
he cuts in and it's so predictable.
I know
what he's gonna do.
No, but I'm not saying it's because of him. I actually said, Luke, you know, I'm a big fan, but I said Luke Shaw, come on, because of the balance of the team. But I think we moved away from playing on the right-hand side, which I think was where our strengths were. And that's why I said I might credit you guys. It's not got to do with Luke Shaw. I just think in the second half, we weren't as good as the first half.
Yeah, because in the first half, I just felt like Saka was almost manipulating that wing-back position because he kept floating to the centre mid sometimes and then just picking up like 20 yards of space. And I felt like even though he wasn't the guy contributing to find the ball, like most of Foden's chances or he slipped for it has always come from Saka creating something on that right wing. And I was like, bro, why are we giving... We know what he's capable of in tournament after tournament. Why are we giving him so much time and space? And I think in the second half, it was almost like overcompensating on that side, so it opened up on that. But I don't know. I don't think today we saw England playing like a much, much better kind of like brand of football.
I think in the first half we did.
There were players that were better.
Like,
and
for example,
in the first half,
Foden and that.
I thought in the second half, it was just like the back three and the two in front. They had like 90% of the possession. And it was like, okay, what's going to happen? And then I thought when the subs came on, I was like, okay, now they might kind of swing something, but
I feel like you with Holland.
I thought we were off it today completely, and that's not to say like
you had a lot of better anyway. You had a lot of possession, and I think there was a moment where England were just waiting.
10-15 minutes did we look like, you know, equal kind of competing?
No, I'm talking about second half.
After conceding the penalty, we went, oh, the big boys are here.
I'm talking
so
specifically.
We'll just sit back behind the ball and then had no counter-attacking threat, no crosses into Weghorst, essentially. So it's like, what are you doing? So you're just waiting for England to come wave after wave after wave. And it's like, eventually it's going to come. And that's what Watkins basically delivered, like a last-minute dagger. And I don't know, I'm looking at England and I'm like, a last-minute goal now, the euphoria of that, the penalty shootout, which was perfect, the euphoria of that, the Bellingham goal, the euphoria of that, like, I don't know, it's going to catch up at some point, type of thing. You know what I mean? That's why I was kind of saying in the final. But today, the performance didn't, like, how you lot are kind of speaking about it today was much better. I don't think it was. Today was just, it was aight. But I don't think Holland showed far too much respect to England to allow them to play
in the first half. We spoke last week about creating a system that allows players to play. There was parts of that first half where Harry Kane didn't drop deep and allowed the players to play, and you thought this is actually good. Phil Foden in that role that people want him to occupy actually looks like Phil Foden that everyone speaks about. Yeah. Obviously, he hit the post, should have scored the chance, which Dumfries did really well on.
Yeah, crazy.
But him in that space, occupying that space, you looked at him and thought, that is the freedom that we've asked you to take ownership of and deliver. So I feel like in that respect, England did better. What I would say in the second half, to Cam's point, the individual quality makes a big difference. Because there was parts of the second half where you guys had the ball, you were making passes, but it didn't look like there was going to be any threat because no one was going to be able to magic up a moment. Your goal came from Xavi Simons magicking up in the moment that you've been waiting for the whole tournament for. And I thought that's what let you guys down today. If you had more individual quality, it's probably a different game. It's not just Weghorst occupying Mark Gay.
Not even that.
You can do something.
You don't have that available to you, so you play to what you've got. And instead, the guy sees Memphis Depay come off and thinks the solution is Veerman.
Bro, you know what though?
I think he did that because he wanted to control the middle.
You move Xavi Simons to the right wing and you move Marlon into the middle. What's going on here?
I thought Marlon come off.
Marlon came off at half time, but it was when Veerman got injured. It was like Marlon filling the 9. I was like, bro, you've got Weghorst, you've got Brobbey, and you've got Xerxes there. You have barely used them throughout the tournament. You've used Weghorst as an impact sub. So for me, I'm like, bro, Koeman, you completely shot yourself in the foot and showed how subpar of a manager you are today.
I mean, Dumfries...
Good riddance, goodbye. I hope we never see you again.
I mean, Dumfries had his header, didn't he? Dumfries had like 2 chances.
What, from the corner?
But let's be realistic though.
That's a play.
But let's be realistic. Like I know you're saying that you guys didn't play well, but you guys haven't really played that well throughout the tournament. And I think finally now you just met your match. You just met a team that's actually on your level or better than you. I don't think it's like you like played completely different. Than Holland haven't been a great watch. Watching Holland hasn't been anything exciting. I don't see when you're saying that. Other than Cody Gakpo coming up with their moments, it's not like Memphis Depay has been serving up anything this tournament, or Marlon, or
Reinders.
Do you know what I mean? Xavi Simons has been okay this tournament, not the greatest. Reinders was good. He wasn't that great today, but I can't really say like you guys did anything too different to how you guys have been. I just think now you played a team that are superior to you, and that's what you're gonna get. Imagine what would have been if it was Spain. It would have been worse. It would have been real bad. So it's good that you didn't get there, Fuad. You know what I'm saying? It's good that you didn't get there. You know that, right?
Well,
you know that, right?
No, this is
yeah.
We've got a lot of super chats.
You don't queue up this big boy bully.
You know what's so funny? Yeah,
I hope so.
I remember this guy was like, earlier. See, I remember everything. I remember earlier when we almost fell to like, when the third place, all rubbish was going on.
Didn't you guys finish third, no?
Yeah.
And he was buzzing. He was like, oh, it's okay because we got England. He was confident. Like, I don't mind finishing there because we're going to get England. Yeah. And he just said, all right, link us in the semis, bro. Let me end your dreams. Let me end your dreams. You as a football fan.
Let me tell you the
constant pain, and I'm happy that I have been part of dishing it out to you, bro. I love this. Yeah. This has been a bad season for you, Fuad. This has been a bad season. Care. FCM. You know what? This first season of FCM. It ain't been good. Me? I'm in a final and I won the FA Cup. I'm living life, baby. I'm living life.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You're living vicariously through other people first and foremost. Yeah? Who? Because life is bigger than football. Yeah?
Look at this guy.
Life, there's more than just 22 men chasing each other on a pitch. It's grander than this thing.
I've got something.
Who?
It's greater.
I've got something.
No. Football's life.
I'm sorry.
I've got something I want to bring up.
I've got something I want to bring up. Personality or whatever if you want to.
Yeah. I've got something I want to bring up.
Not me.
Do you remember when you called up my client?
Just a hobby.
Do you know? It's just a side hustle.
PE. We did that for a while.
Do you remember when you called up my client?
Just carried on. Huh?
Do you remember when you called up my client?
Who?
Oliver Watkins. Do you remember when he called him up for Spurs?
Don't be bringing out league allegations.
Do you remember when he called him up?
He
said, Ollie Watkins!
Hey,
what have you got?
And then I remember the next episode you said you defeated
said you
Watkins.
defeated Watkins.
Now you're saying don't bring out the man. Yeah, hold!
He said he defeated my client.
Watkins, and you know what? I remember earlier. The other day I said the perfect results would be Kane scoring against this guy. This guy's GOAT scoring against him. Yeah. I didn't even think of the Ollie Watkins angle. This is one of the most perfect results I've ever experienced in my life. Do you know what dopamine's? Yo, I feel like I've taken 20 grams of coke. What's like, yo.
Coke, as in, Coke.
Yeah, that thing.
See,
exactly.
Not sponsored by the show.
No, of course.
Sponsors.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Man, let me go through these super chats. Of course, we've got the other semi-finals to talk about, but Semi, DG, don't know about that. Let's say Shemi, let's say the person Nigerian. Haaland played Spursy, Fuad can't escape it. Lol. Goatsul Ward bandwagon says Kane actually went into the box for once and he won a pen. Maybe he should start doing that more and stop playing CDM. I would agree. DOF, big up DOF, says how many assists has Kane robbed Saka of? Watkins must start. Also, Palmer's a proper playmaker. Foden's cute, patootie half turns don't cut it. Thought forward and did right today. LJ Brown says, I'm here for Fuad's tears, just like the end of his hair. His football season is all wrapped up and full of highlights. Hold that. They're dropping bombs on your head.
That was a bar.
That was a bar. Fair play.
Zizi says, when England win this final, tell Fuad to get a one-way ticket to Rwanda and don't come back. That's racist. And the Tories are out of government.
That's racism. Give me more of that. If that's racism, give me more of that. Give me more of that. You know what I mean?
Saka locked up. Foden, Saka locked Gakpo, Foden a shooter, Cole a creator. Double N just sent us money. We got Io AK says, Fuad, why are you surprised? This L stretch following you from your club to international stage. Hold that. T-Man says, if Southgate stats Trippier against Yamal, it's going to be over by half time.
We'll get to the preview of that. We'll get to the preview of that. That's a nigga from Big Bird to humble.
If Jesus Navas starts against Saka, then
come on, we packed that thing too. You come around this way, you will get clapped. We got Bukayo, bro. Come on, Yamal, you're a good dude. We could go Hermano for Hermano, bro. You know what I'm trying to say?
We got bazookas.
We got
Bukayos.
Yeah, we got Bukayos. Bro, literally, bro. We got big guns too, bro.
Joe Fleming Mulford says, Fuad is such a pagan. How you Dutch when you sound so English? People don't understand how immigration works. Dominic Tannenbaum says, Fuad Brexit means Brexit. Cam's Dutch are Euro Spurs. Euro Spurs. Double N says, Jude having absolute stinkers. Hook him next game. You made a point. He said that Jude's having stinkers. Hook him next game. You made a point about going towards the playing style over sort of like players that are going to give you moments. What did you think of the Phil Foden substitution before relief? Because it felt like he was having a better game than Bellingham. Yeah. But Bellingham's track record says that he would give you a moment. So how do you find that balance?
Yeah, that's literally it. That's literally it. Reputation. It's a reputation sub.
Are you against that?
I am. I think you should be going about what the game state is. Listen, I'm not here to criticize Gareth Southgate in any way because he'll feel validated, he'll feel justified. We won with Jude Bellingham on the pitch. Everything's good. But I do think that I would have made that sub. That's all I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? But maybe he's thinking about it that Cole Palmer and Foden like to occupy the same spaces. You get where I'm coming from. So maybe he's thinking about it that way. Palmer and Foden both like that inside right kind of half space inside channel. So maybe that's what he was thinking about. But you know what I mean? Listen, I don't even care about getting onto it. Just all I want is these guys to just play a little bit better, bro. One game to go. We need a massive performance from Jude. We need a massive performance from Kane. It was a bit better from Phil Foden today. We need everybody. Listen, we need everybody at their A game. Pickford, I think you could have made that save, but we move. Walker, Stones, Gahey, Trippier, Saka, Rice, Kobie, Foden, Jude, Kane. Just one more game. You guys have got this, bro. You guys have got this. I believe in them. I believe in them.
Let's talk about the other semi-final whilst we're here. It's only right. We need to speak about that game.
You good though? You good though? Because you know what? Do you know what's so funny? I know Fuad, bro. I've known this guy for how long now? I've known him for way too long. In fact, you know what I mean? Way too long. Gonna have to cut that off soon. But this guy, I know Fuad had so many bookmarks ready to use memes.
Yep.
He had so much. I know Fuad. Fuad, if you guys know Fuad, he has a stash.
Yep.
He bookmarked. He's probably downloaded. He probably had drafts ready. Yo,
He had the memes,
I wish he would reveal what he's got right now. I wish he would reveal. Fuad was so ready. So ready. That's why in the thing I was saying F Fuad. Because I know it would have been a long day, and nobody in the football space likes to see this man happy, bro. This is the one guy I think the whole scene don't want to see happy, bro, and we're enjoying it.
Don't worry,
it's so mad.
I promise you, my day will come. My day of terror will come.
But it won't.
Don't worry.
It won't.
The long game.
It won't.
Life is better when you play the long game.
Don't try to do it through Spain.
You see?
If it
No.
comes,
We
yeah.
ain't doing it through Spain or nothing.
So you can
Listen,
do it, Spurs?
as I said, football ain't my be all and end all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna enjoy life regardless. I'm enjoy summer. You know what I mean?
Olympics
seem good and all that.
Olympics.
and that. Wimbledon this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm gonna enjoy plenty, but I will have my day. I promise you.
Oh man,
I promise you. Yours ain't coming anytime soon.
All right.
And I will be there.
We'll see. Oh, don't let me win this
I promise you.
Don't let me win
I've
this
seen your
Euros.
pain just as much as you've seen mine, Camps. I will be there as well.
Say no more.
I feel like Johnny Nelson and you.
Listen,
Don't worry.
don't let me win this Euros. I remember Germany won the Euros on English turf. We're gonna go and get it right back.
It's payback time.
It's payback time. It's payback time. We're two back-to-back finals. I don't know about that,
What,
man.
losing two
the
back-to-back
football gods
finals?
have got to do something there.
Listen,
they got to
man.
rig it. They got to rig it.
That's a perfect segue to one of your tweets.
304 hype.
That's
The 304 hype.
It's a perfect segue because one of your tweets, you basically said this week that the footballing gods have to stop Spain winning this because from a golden generation to this, it's unfair.
What? Why?
Speak to it.
Bro, how can Spain, have the greatest golden gen we've seen in the modern era, take a couple years off, couple tournaments off, and be right back in finals? This is bull jive. You know what I mean? Stop this bull jive. Because, Brazil still ain't come back since 2002, bro. You know what I mean? France, it had to take till from Euro 2000 before they could come back. 18 years to the 2018 World Cup. England, we ain't come back since 66. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, that's crazy.
Like, come on, bro.
You can't put yourself in the same playing field as those two.
You can't just give yourself.
You ain't in the same ballpark. Spain, France, England. Allow it. You're not aged mates.
Bro, you cannot just come off Xavi, Iniesta, Alonso, Busquets, Villa, Ramos,
And then just spawn back.
Spawn out Yamal. You can't just spawn out Olmo, spawn out Rodri. This is not fair, bro. The football gods cannot allow this to happen. Let us have a.
Do you know
let
what
us
that
eat
is?
some cake. Let us have a
That's
bit of pie.
good footballing. Like, that's a pure footballing nation right there. I think they've only taken 3 centre-backs to this tournament as well. Bro, these men are here to play ball. They play football.
Only 3 centre-backs?
Only 3 centre-backs, I think.
Alright.
Don't try it, bro. Do not. Trust me.
Saying
You
no.
do not want to butt them.
It's so mad.
Let Rodri slide in there. He's done a job there before.
Then it's riot time. then it's riot time. Bro.
Hey, oh my God.
You mentioned
I
that
hate
golden
you, man,
generation.
man. That's
It's so mad because obviously,
Jamie wins, and all of a sudden it's like, continue.
obviously, Jesus Navas was in that team. Now he's there playing right back.
Oh,
with a guy that's like what? He's
You know what? I felt
38.
bad for him, and then I remember they dropped Pedro Porro to select him, and I said, "Nah, go on, suffer, old man. I want your hamstrings to tear while you're out there." Mbappe cook, and he got cooked.
And where did that
dragged
cooking
off.
end Mbappe? When did that cooking end Mbappe?
Listen, Mbappe tried to do his thing, you know what I mean? When you got 3 DMs behind you and 15 centre backs, so listen, there's only so much I could do. He did his little shimmy.
Let's address it, man. Let's
put it on a plate.
What went wrong with France? Because you mentioned in our last episode, too many defensive players. Mbappe came out and said he should have done more. Griezmann came out and said, I was going into the tournament, I was cooking, but I got dropped. What went wrong? I'm going to put my hand up, and I said it before the tournament started. Mbappe can't have this fairy tale winning Euros and going to Madrid. He's going to have a moment where it doesn't go right. Like, what went wrong with France? Because you would think in a game against Spain, especially they went ahead, right? You're thinking, right, they're cooking. This is good. And then out of nowhere,
Spain just caught them quickly again, and that shows the quality of Spain as well. But I think France this tournament just haven't looked
cohesive.
They haven't just looked confident. Do you know what I mean? They haven't looked like the threat that you would normally look at them and think, do you know what? And listen, some people will easily point to the finger and say, look, no Paul Pogba, no party type of thing. Do you know what I mean? He was kind of the creative linchpin in that French team, especially in international tournaments. Let's not undersell that. But now you're going into tournaments, and I'm sorry, when you pull up with Rabiot, Tchouaméni, Kante, not much creativity you're going to get from that. And then when I'm seeing on the other end, it's Rodri, Fabian Ruiz, Dani Olmo. That's complete control. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's like, I understand sometimes you want to play to your strengths, and he's thinking maybe just make ourselves hard to break down. But I don't think a team that's as stacked and with as much quality as France should just be relying on kind of their defensive resilience and solidity in my eyes. So I feel like they've maybe become a little bit over-reliant on that and maybe a little bit over-reliant on, you know what, we're going to defend solid, Mbappe get us out of jail. And listen, Mbappe himself, I don't think he's had a great tournament. I don't think he's had a great Champions League. This year has not really kind of been his year.
I'm going to say
and I think you said it even before the tournament. Listen, he's had a fairy tale run of a career so far. Almost World Cup highest goal scorer. You need to have some turmoil, some adversity. And I think before this Madrid move, I think this is almost like the perfect kind of bit of adversity to... Mbappe's stocks are going to drop. Do you know what I mean? People are going to start thinking, people are talking about, oh, he was a better player he was at 18 than he is at 25. And I'm like, I don't know. People, I feel like people are going very much overboard. And I think part of it is France's massive over-reliance on him, bro.
I'm going to have to say it, Cam, bro. Listen, man. People are having the conversation. I think it's only right to have it. A lot of people are saying that Mbappe, you know, bigger than life character, you know, getting too big for his boots, trying to do this playmaking stuff. Does he have to stick to the transition stuff? Because when I'm watching Mbappe for France, I'm looking and I'm thinking, bro, this isn't like, why you don't do what you're good at. Like, get back to the basics, restore the feeling. I'm watching, I'm thinking to myself, don't get me wrong, the assist was cute, but this isn't devastating Mbappe. This isn't cut in, bang, Mbappe. And even when he got the chance to do the move,
he did.
He spooked, bro. He fluffed the lines. And I'm not used to seeing Mbappe like that. So it's like, are you trying to take on too much responsibility by trying to be this playmaker and captain and do all this type of stuff? Or do you just need to get back to the essence and just cook? Because really and truly, when Griezmann was allowed to sit in that little central position, and it's like, Mbappe, run. I don't mind run runners.
I haven't seen Griezmann in midfield all tournament. He's been dashed on the right wing a lot of the times. And
is that because what they're trying to cater to allow Mbappe to feel himself a little bit?
But no, because he said himself last week in the press conference, the reason why I'm not making those transition runs, those runs in behind, because look at my midfield. When Paul Pogba was here, I just take a couple steps and I'm off on my bike. Now, bro, he's looking at Rabiot, he's looking at Kante, he's looking at Tchouaméni. He doesn't think those guys are capable of doing that, which is why I think sometimes he's dropping deep, he's picking the ball, he's trying to do this playmaking.
Harry Kane
and as you're saying, it's not him, but it's what this France team has kind of forced him into, I'll be honest with you. I'm looking at Deschamps, I'm like, I expected more from you with this group of players that you have. Huh? Should have taken Elise. Should have taken Malo Gusto. Desiree Doué, if you want to throw some extra creativity in there. But for me, I'm just looking at it, I'm like, France is so talented and so stacked with talent. You play in this kind of rugby turgid football, you're selling yourself short. And I'm sorry, there's only so much we can point to the individuals and say, boom, boom, boom. We have to look at the setup as well, bro. 3 DMs, 4 centre-backs or whatever. Teo didn't have the greatest game as well.
You know what it is? It's
not easy, bro.
Deschamps didn't set up Mbappe in a way to succeed, because he just highlighted all of Mbappe's weaknesses, in my opinion. The same way people talk about Erling Haaland's weaknesses is dropping deep or whatever, and he just always standing in the box. Mbappe has limitations too. Let's be honest. Listen, we call him the best in the world. Just because you're the people, you reach the tag of best in the world, doesn't mean you're a complete player. Maybe because we're used to Ronaldinho's and Messi's being the best who are complete players, doesn't mean Mbappe. It's a different time, it's a different era. Mbappe is a freak athlete, you know what I mean? Freak athlete. And that's where you want to see the most of his work being done. You want to see him in a transition moment, or you want to see him when he's in the box. He's so hard to defend against, but he's hardly getting the ball in areas like in the box. And if he is, he's having to try and dribble past 3-4. And I always think that's not Mbappe's game. That isn't Mbappe's game. Creating, playmaking, he's not a Thierry Henry. You know what I mean? He'll never be a Thierry Henry in terms of how he plays the game, and Henry's intelligence of passing, his playmaking, his ability to get in these situations. Mbappe is a devastating player, but in those moments, you're highlighting his weaknesses. He's not a Yamal. And I said it, he's not a Yamal. Yamal can get the ball, take on this, Mbappe, for me, get on the end of things, get in the transition moments, and he is the most deadly in the world. But when you're trying to give him the ball and let him do, think about it. At Monaco, he didn't have to do that. He was off the last man, killing people, running down the wing, killing people. France, you're talking about Pogba, you're talking about swinging the ball to him, outlet. He was France's most dangerous player because he was an outlet. The same thing, you go at PSG, you've got Messi, you've got Neymar, they're putting him in positions. This season, in the Champions League, in the big moments, you saw him trying to play this way again. Because the personnel that he has ain't going to do them type of balls, ain't going to put him through, and it's just not his game. It's just not his game, and that's fine. He just has limitations. You can call him the best in the world, but he has limitations, and it's okay to be honest about it. You know what I mean? You can't just sit here and just say
box him in as just an outlet, though.
I think that's where
I get what you mean in terms of maybe where he's most effective is in that final third, and he doesn't need to kind of drop deep or whatever. But yeah, I don't know about kind of just being an outlet.
I think that's
just
where
getting
he's
on
best.
the end of things.
I think that's where he's best. I'm not saying just
it's like a Biabiabni, basically.
Mbibiani.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Don't do
that. You said it.
He said it.
No. But then you said Mbiabiabni.
That's what you called him, bro.
No, I'm talking about the actual Jonathan Biabiabni. Don't do that. You see, you're a nasty bit of work.
Bro, the thing is, Mbappe is world class. No, he's not even world. He's elite. Mbappe's elite. He's gonna kill up La Liga. I don't know why people are acting like he's gonna go and flop. Mbappe's not gonna go.
People are trying to say that they're gonna play
he's gonna eat, right?
He's gonna eat.
But it's fine to admit that some people have limitation. Some great players have the greatest players of all time. Some of them still have black marks to their names.
Facts.
What do you lot think of?
What are we talking about?
What do you lot think of Deschamps being extended to or staying until the next World Cup?
I'm not sure about that. Zidane's right there. Zidane's right there.
Bro, Zidane is right staring you in the face. It's like he's not taking a job for a reason. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but we've seen enough tournaments of where, this tough, resilient, difficult to break down. You got us to World Cup, thank you. Got to a Euro final, thank you. But let's move on a bit now. And I feel like his tenure, I think, is coming up to like 15, 14 years. Yes. I think only the Danish manager is the one with more. But
longer, yeah.
There is no need to stick around for that long in international management, bro. We hiding from. Come back to club. Yeah, we're trying to see how you really manage, bro.
The thing is, like, there needs to come a time. I don't think it has to be when you crash and burn. That's the problem. Like, I wouldn't say they crash and burn now, so it should be like,
you can go.
All right, do you know what? Thanks, semi-final, Spain. I've been popping it. All right, I'm out. That's how I would have seen it. Do you know what I mean?
You don't have to get sacked.
But but then now you're thinking about it. He's gonna go again. It's another the talents that are coming through. I don't know. I would have probably called it a day at this point. You're thinking about Zidane. But you even think about maybe Thierry Henry might be their next manager, bro.
What? Like he's with the Olympic team at the moment.
And he's managing the youngers. That's how Gareth Southgate got the job. And look at us now.
We're saying what? Lee Carsey next.
Yeah, I am taking Lee Carsey next. No cap. That should be our next manager, bro. Lee Carsey. Get Angel Gomez in the squad, huh?
Eddie Howe now?
Eddie Howe, nah, man. Go do that thing over at Newcastle, man. That project is looking a bit shaky over there.
Before we go any further, as mentioned at the start, Proton VPN, limited time offer, 1 month for free. On the 1 year plan, of course, you can get 3 months for free. On the 2 year plan, visit Proton VPN /FCM, or you can scan the QR code on the screen. We spoke about Yamal last week, but I feel like it's only right we have to speak about him.
It's just, bro, every week we just come in here shaking our heads, just like
it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense.
For me, the best.
So can I tell you the funniest part for me? Yeah, it's the fact having the talent is one thing, but the mindset is another. The fact that he saw the Rabiot stuff, and said, "You see, I'm going to disgrace you." Because there was no need for him to body check back in before the way there was no need for him to disgrace Rabiot before he took that shot. That was personal,
of course.
And the whole posting the checkmate thing,
100%
after the game, saying
speak now.
I said, yeah, he's got all the minerals.
Do you know?
At 16.
Bro, it's actually so crazy. Like, his fingerprints are literally through every single step of this tournament through Spain's run. It's crazy to think. I think finally he's going to turn 17 before the final, by the way, as well. So it's not going to be a 16-year-old as won the Euros, but this guy has just been a supreme talent, bro. Like, I hate using the word generational and things like that, but you look at him and you're just like, this is a once in a
You've
generation
not seen
player.
anything
Like
like this.
you're not going to see this coming every 2, 3, 4 years. Like a 16-year-old coming and lighting the world up like this, basically making grown men look like under 16s. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. So the assist last week, big time, and then the goal this week, and especially like a in your face, hang it in the Louvre type moment like that.
X Factor.
Bro.
Facts.
Big time. Big time.
Speak to X Factor. Speak to X Factor.
That's what it's all about, man.
That's what you said last week in the clip as well.
Yeah.
You was like, yo.
Don't let this guy start harassing that ball, bro.
I can't lie. That was the first thing that came. I was like, he better be chopping that clip right now, because all he said was, yo, if he gets a hold of that shooting, it's a problem. And I remember thinking to myself as well, like, yeah, you don't really see him shoot too often. He always looks for the back post pass, but
bro, this guy, you know, some guys that you just look at, you just like, it's like unlimited range of talent, bro. The passing, the IQ, the ability to dribble. As I said before, people don't barge him off the ball. You can't even barge him off the ball. He's fast. Bro, the guy can do everything. Now he can shoot. I'm telling you, he's one of them players that as he goes on, you can just see it. As he goes along in his career, he's just going to keep downloading more and more things, bro. He'll soon start whipping in free kicks, bro. Guaranteed. Hopefully not on opening night.
I saw
don't jinx that one. But no, when you look at this type of player, he is a special player. This is a once in a generation player, bro. This is the Neymar's coming up. And I said Neymar's the best talent I've seen in a long time, since Messi probably. Yeah. But you're looking. This is what you're talking about, bro. You know what I mean? I remember when Eden Hazard came through, he was playing at 16, 17 in France, and it was like, what the hell is this? Well, like, these are the type of impact these type of talents do. So when we're talking, remember we're talking about Pogba's, that generation of Pogba, Neymar, Yamal's gonna be like that, bro. He's gonna be that, standard bearer of talent.
All of them, man, we hear about them like at 16, you know, there are murmurs in the academy. Was it the Rio kid that's just moved to Liverpool? You're hearing murmurs.
This guy's frontline.
This guy is frontline, starting for Spain, doing it in the semi-finals, bro.
He was playing in the
we're talking about, you know, Kobie, 3 years time, he's going to be Kobie's age.
Yeah.
Like, do you know so mad?
It's crazy. I saw 5 years time, he's going to be Nico Williams' age.
I was going to say, I saw a tweet.
Crazy.
Bro, he was 12 when COVID started.
Bro, it's mad. I saw a tweet and someone said, if he was performing...
Excuse me?
Yeah, 12. They said, if he was performing like this at the age of 22, you'd be like, wow, player. He's doing that at 16. Someone else, a Chelsea fan, was like, so we can marvel at this by a 16-year-old, but we have to have patience with Mudrik. And it got me thinking, it said, wow, imagine that 16-year-olds, you're like, this is fine. You got big men. Yeah. Big men.
Listen, I'm always
not going to let comparison become
that's what I was about
to say. No, 100%. I get that.
Do not start comparing your wingers to Yamal. Your wingers are not Yamal. Mudrik is not Yamal. Stop it.
But you see that Esteval kid, though.
And Paez.
We're going to see him soon as well. We're going to see him soon.
Let's see what he's got.
You can hide so long on the YouTube comps. We're going to see you soon, boy.
Hey, listen,
come Premier League.
If not for Brexit, would have been packing that thing too. But listen, we got to move on about. But what I say that to say, at 16, what he's doing is not normal. But even at 20, what he's doing, just announce himself on the stage. You said that the two wingers they've got are two young wingers. One's 5 years older. He's calling him little bro.
It's crazy.
This guy's walking in. His captain is like Morata, Morata's 31, 32. They're best friends. This is crazy. This is a young person in the workplace, and he is the young. You know when people say youngest in charge?
That's like the office. You know the office vest. Like 15-year age gap between you, but that's for dog right there.
He is literally the youngest in charge, and it's the fact that he's owning the moment. We always say that the big moments fall to the big players, and what can you do on the biggest stage? Right. He's acting like he's been here before. It's too good.
Do you know the last player I can think that kind of at a Euro stage, Renato Sanchez? You remember Euro 2016?
Yeah, but not like this though.
Not like this.
You gotta go back to Wayne Rooney, bro.
Rooney's the one.
You gotta go back to Rooney in 04, bro. Renato was like, but at the end of the day, he was a high energy CM.
I thought Renato was gonna be the truth, bro.
Then he ends up at Swansea.
At Swansea kicking advertising balls. I said,
I went to that game.
Imagine Yamal ends up at Swansea and that, bro.
Hey, listen.
Hey, I saw something funny though.
Hey, listen. Don't joke. Ansu Fati.
Listen.
No, but he done up his knees and that.
I saw something. And listen.
Barca. Ansu Fati weren't Yamal though. You think it was Yamal?
He wasn't.
He wasn't Yamal.
He was nice.
He was Yamal adjacent. I can't lie. Because some of the finishes
he was nice.
Crazy. Yeah. And bro, if you look at Champions League youngest, La Liga young, all them records were Ansu Fati before. So I think it's almost Yamal and the injuries have kind of made us forget what Ansu Fati was.
Ansu was
when
deep.
Ansu came through, it was
it was cold.
Yeah,
it was cold.
yeah.
This one might be, and then we were like,
cold.
oh no, this is the prototype.
Yeah.
Wait, give it 2 years. The truth is coming.
What's so mad is there was people running the agenda because obviously with the Messi picture, they're like, when you come for the Messi gene pool, this is what you get. Then with Mbappe, when you come for the Ronaldo gene pool, you get dumped out of quarterfinals, dumped out of semi-finals.
You get World Cup final hat trick. You get
you don't win though.
You get World Cup winner at 18. Yeah, you know what I mean. What are they talking about?
I was like, why are they running agendas like this? Because Messi got to another final as well.
Yeah,
I was like, maybe they're on some of it, but no.
Canada semis, yeah.
With the Spain team though, I feel like we need to speak about that midfield again because Dani Olmo, another sick performance. I just feel like as a team, a lot of people are saying that they don't have all of the best talents in the world, but with those two electric wingers and that they do something. Morata's basically doing the Giroud role.
Yeah.
I don't think he scored at this tournament.
Do you know I saw a great...
You think he scored first? Oh no, he might not have scored it.
Do you know I saw a great tweet today that talking about Fabio Ruiz where it said Fabio Ruiz looks like that player at 5-a-side who is clearly better than everybody else, but it seems like he's just holding back a little bit.
Who's that?
And he Fabio Ruiz. But he reserves it for like these 2-3 yard bursts of magic. And I'm like, bro, ever since I saw that tweet now, that's all I see, bro. It's like quality.
Their midfield three, as always, Spain always just know how to churn out midfielders.
Do you know what's another one though? Laporte.
Yeah, but I've loved him.
I've always loved that guy, and I'm like, yo, he might have gone Saudi too soon.
Bro,
you know, throughout this tournament, I've just been watching. And I'm like, bro, the quality is still top tier.
Yeah.
Bro. Like,
passing
he hasn't
ability.
slowed down, and that was always his creme de la creme.
Yeah,
but it's like, is he highlighted even more in the Spain team? You feel like it's like the pass appreciation.
Yeah, no, he's always for me. He's always been like an elite level defender. I was still saying he's better than Diaz. Still think so. I still think so. You know what I mean? He's great for me, bro.
There was a good combo, man.
They were. His passing ability is mad, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's mad. There's not many better in world football than him on the ball.
Facts.
Like the way his ping can cut the flipping air, bro. It's mad the way he plays. But as I said, the midfield three is what everybody's usually talking about. Obviously Yamal as well, but Spain have a perfect balance at the moment. They got the controllers, they got Rodri. I do think they were boosting Rodri's game a little bit yesterday. Everyone started talking about Ballon d'Or yesterday. That wasn't Rodri's best game.
He's been in the conversation though.
No. I'm talking about, it's like yesterday was like where people were really
trying to
turbocharging,
yeah.
and I'm like, are we now just doing this thing that whenever a Rodri team wins, you look at the possession and you say, "Oh, Rodri bossed it."
Do you think people are buying into the story a lot more now because of
because when you become so underrated, you become
overrated.
Yeah, you become. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying Rodri's overrated. He's rightfully the best in the world in his position, but I don't think it was his. Don't think it was his best game personally.
I don't think that was the moment to do the Ballon d'Or chat.
No.
For me, he's been in the conversation all season, and then if he does go on, for me, he's okay. Maybe he's not even been the best one or two. To be fair, I'm looking at Yamal, I'm looking at Ruiz.
He's up there. He's top
there
three,
for sure.
top three performer. Yeah.
But I think he's got a strong case.
So who would you say?
But you know what though? You know who broke the streak last time? His club streak.
Here we go again. Don't put this pressure on Kobie.
Kobie Maino.
Bro, he's
do you know who he's meeting in the final? You know Rodri's got another streak.
Don't let Kobie end up in the picture like Colin Mwani.
What picture?
We saw.
What was that all about?
We saw what Chiellini was doing to Saka in the last finals.
That ain't happening.
Don't let that be your boy next.
That ain't happening this time.
We saw what happened to Saka getting yanked last.
We stomping on shit. We stomping on shit.
We know these.
We stomping on shit.
Yeah. But these Europeans. Listen, you know what they're capable. Protect your boy.
Don't set him up. We stomping on shit. Kobie don't care about that. FA Cup final, hold. Rodri, you want to talk about streaks? We're about to break that. Final, you want to talk about streaks? We're about to break that. Kobie Maino. And by the way, people were talking. I heard the Dutch captain Van Dijk is 0 for 4 versus Kobie Maino this season. I ain't gonna say nothing. We are the legend killers, bro. Kobie is a legend killer. Didn't you know that?
Hey,
he's a legend killer. Van Dijk, legend killer. Rodri.
Clip this! I want this! I need this! I'm spinning the block on
Man said Rodri, we'll see at WrestleMania.
Oh man.
Alright, we've spoken about both semi-finals. How's this final gonna go?
This final,
your defense is in trouble.
This final's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
Yamal is in the room.
This is where we needed
3 or 4 stand up.
Rashford. account of football. I can't lie to you. But I actually don't know how England are going to set up in that game. I really don't know. I feel like...
How would you want England set up in that game?
You got to be intelligent, man. You got to be smart. I think we will sit back, but when we do have possession, I want us to take and have spells of possession. Don't just relieve the ball, boot it up. You know what I mean? We know Kane's not going to hold it up, with all due respect. He's not. So we need to find ways of actually patiently getting to our box. You know what I mean? I think players that are going to be super important is Saka. I think he's going to be really important, giving us that kind of directness from the wing-back position. I think he's going to be super important. I think Shaw is going to start. I think he's going to play him. So Shaw v Yamal is going to be interesting. Half-fit Shaw. But I actually think, you look at Kobie, you look at Rice, you look at Fabian Ruiz, you look at Rodri. Rodri and Fabian Ruiz are the ones that have been killing this tournament. But you hope they can potentially kind of maybe cancel each other out, is what you hope. A lot comes down to Jude Bellingham, bro. A lot comes down to Jude Bellingham giving us that X factor, giving us that difference.
Do you want to go back to Madrid?
So Saka and...
You want to go back to a safe house?
What are you trying to say? Bro, he's going to go back to Madrid like this. What are you telling me? What are you telling me? Once we dump him out, we dump Spain out of the final, 100.
First boat to Manchester.
This ain't no Escobar. What's the Donny's name? Escobar. Missed the penalty and got shot up. That ain't happening around here, bro. That ain't happening around here. You know his dad used to be a Fed. That ain't happening. We pack that thing too. Trust me. Mark Bellingham packs that thing too.
Don't kill me.
You know what I mean? No. We be shooting shit too. Yeah. We be shooting shit too.
Bow. Man said Land of Duty, No,
don't kill me.
Calm. So what? You stick with the three at the back, but you think that's a big game for Bellingham because of that midfield battle potentially?
Yeah, I think it's a big game. Not putting pressure on them, but I think if Bellingham and Saka need to have a big role in our win, I think. I really do. I think they are the ones that can provide
Kane?
just that extra. I don't have.
Look at Kane and Foden as well.
In all honesty, I don't have much faith. Yeah, I don't have much. I struggle to see how Foden's going to impact this game. I'm trying to see ways, but I'm struggling to see it.
Rodri's just going to shut up.
And then and then Kane. In all honesty, I don't have much hope in it, but I hope he can score. But come on, man. So. It's been how many games? In the final to get to the final has been 8. You got to go play 8 games.
I think it's become
3 at the group.
It's been 7
round of 16.
It's been 7 poor games.
I think Kane today became the highest Euros goal scorer or something like that. I can't remember. I saw a weird stat like that.
At Euros?
Or is it for England?
For England, maybe. Yeah, maybe for England.
In the knockout stages, I think.
Maybe for England. It's interesting, man. So what? I need a score prediction.
I said 2-1 to England today. I'm going to say 2-1 again.
Fuad?
It's coming on.
What do you think? How do you think this is going?
I think 2-0 Spain.
Normal, yeah. Just
normal day at the park.
Look at this guy, man. This guy.
Just
day at the park. All right.
I'm going 2-1 England.
I don't
Where
are you watching the game?
That's just my prediction.
Where you watching?
Don't worry where I'm watching.
Where you watching the game?
I'm gonna be watching you.
Yeah.
Just know that. Just know that.
Where you watching the game, bro?
I'm gonna be there with my black suit on. Rest in piss, bozo.
This ain't no when Spurs let themselves lose to City and all that.
Don't worry.
You ain't getting that viral moment again, player. You ain't getting that viral moment over here, bro.
This is gonna be even sweeter.
No, it's not.
It's gonna be even sweeter than that. Trust me. This one to.
Why
I'll see you on the weekend.
I don't know. Why is he hating?
Because this is fraudulence.
Why?
This is fraudulence. This
Why
is
is it
football
fraudulent?
But if you guys got to the final, it wouldn't be fraudulent.
That's football purity. Spain and Netherlands. That is what
you guys cooked up one of the worst World Cup finals you've ever seen.
Don't worry. The truth will set you free on Sunday. See you lot there.
Yeah.
See you lot there.
Yeah.
Cannot wait to drink.
Look at the hate in his heart, man. Look at the hate in his heart.
England haven't lost the game. Didn't you guys lose to Austria?
Don't worry about Austria.
Yeah, England haven't lost the game.
They got sent packing.
Bro, we
wanted to butt them in the quarters. They got sent packing by Turkey. And then what did we do? We stuffed them turkeys as well.
And then what happened after that?
And what happened?
Don't worry. You lot frauded your way with a cheap penalty. With a cheap penalty. And then we got this bum ginger manager. Yo, don't even... Listen.
You came to the Lions den, bro. You came to the Lions den.
Fake Lions. Couldn't come by yourself and bring 3 of them.
Huh?
You said you couldn't bring one. You brought 3 lions.
Yeah, we did.
Weak. What kind of
I'm walking
kind of lion comes in freeze? What kind of lion comes in freeze? I got wait. You're trying to make that thing look aggressive. It ain't, bro.
Well, why are you not in the final?
Spain ain't scared.
If it ain't aggressive, why are you not in the final?
We weren't good enough.
And you man got a line.
Yeah.
You man got a line as well.
Huh?
Ain't you man got a line on your thing as well?
Yeah, one line.
Hey, yours went
That's what real lions
roaring
do.
though, innit?
Lions pull up 1v1. I don't know why.
You got a line on your thing, yeah?
So their line went roaring.
Real lions,
Yeah,
man.
little lion, man.
Real lions, man. Hey, who put that upside down as well?
Yeah,
Hey, what kind of shit is this? Now the disrespect there, I just caught that as well.
We don't mess with this shit, bro. Why you touching us? What are you doing, bro?
Don't mess with that.
What you doing?
What?
What you doing?
What? Put it back up.
Let's have a trade-off.
Put it back up.
Let's have a peace treaty.
Go on.
Let's have a peace treaty, bro.
Don't shake. Oh,
Go
damn.
on.
Give me.
Yeah,
Why
come
you
on,
trying
bro.
to keep it there?
No, I'm not. Let's swap.
Same time.
Alright.
Same time.
Yeah, we will. Look at this guy, you fucking thief. Dressed in all black like a thief. Give me.
You're not getting it back.
Look at this
Alright,
guy.
let's rank. Oh my gosh.
Look at this guy, bro. Bro, why is this still in my office? They are out of the competition. Why is this still in my office?
Can you stop poking it like that?
Why is this in my office?
You're gonna pay for that, you know.
Nah,
Alright,
what,
cool.
No one needs this shirt.
A few super chats.
This
Because
one's
look,
set.
Lions, bro.
Super chats, super chats.
Bro, we don't acknowledge your lions, bro.
Simple Chef
Get this
says,
guy.
Culture Cam, speak on Kane being the all-time goal scorer in Euros knockout history.
Congratulations.
See? Look
He's
at
a
that.
goal
Greatness.
scorer. He's a goal scorer. That's what Harry Kane is.
Joe Fleming Mulford says, if England is Fuad's adopted country, why does he want Spain to win? Why is that?
Who told him that was my adopted country?
How long you been here for?
What does that matter?
Oh, okay.
Thank you for the benefits.
Blizzard.
They ask.
Blizzard 202.
Listen. This you know what this guy does with our taxpayers' money.
I pay tax.
Nah.
Don't piss
You
me
know
off.
what this guy does with our taxpayers' money?
Give me my tax rebate.
Nah,
furthermore.
nah.
You not pissing me off.
You know what?
Take
Fine,
a bail off to come back with my tax rebate.
Recreational items.
You don't owe me money.
Bro, man,
Yeah?
do you know what?
If
I
I put
pay
up the HMRC offices, it's peak.
I pay taxes for Fuad CADANI to run riot, and then now
And speak on podcast.
What? Then now speak against us? This is crazy, bro. This is crazy.
Blizzard 202
You know
says,
what?
Fuad, Abdi, Rahman, De Jong, Kadani, time to book your trip to the Millie, Somali countryside, airport that way. LJ Brown says, I can't lie, mates, I love Brexit cams. Listen,
Come on.
Bucket Hat Cams returns on the weekend.
He's the
Oh, it
worst.
does,
Blizzard.
baby. It does.
Blizzard 202 says, Spain versus England. Actually, I can't read this one out. Why would you send something like that?
What did he
The
say?
Jay Slater thing.
Yo.
LJ Brown, I'm so glad Yamal went shameless in his response
Man, I'm mad. But why man doing that, bro?
to that Bon Rabiot PS. Why is Fuad dressed like a background character in Supercell? They say you're dressed like Taser.
In Supercell. I ain't even watched Supercell yet. You know?
Sene Nije says, bro, Barcelona got some more next season. Kabassi and Hansi Flick just called up a player born in 2008 for pre-season. Big up them. Ultra.
Let's not start getting a bit weird now.
yeah,
you know
this
what I
is
mean?
getting weird now,
Let
man.
them develop. You know what I mean? Let's not get a bit.
Forcing
You know what I mean? Let's not get. They not like us. They not like us. You know? Let's not get a bit too weird. You know what I mean? Everything else.
Hansi got a weird case. Why
Yeah,
is he
you know what
around?
I'm saying? Let's keep it a bit PG. You know what I mean?
Ultra says, is Southgate the best English manager in the 21st century? And we get English or Spanish fan. I don't understand the last bit. But I mean, the record would suggest so. He's only one of 3 managers to get 100 games
Who?
for England. Southgate.
Gareth, you deliver us this Euros, and we give you knighthood, Sir Gareth Southgate. How does that sound?
You know what's
South
the crazy
Korea.
thing?
How does
They're
that
gonna
I
sound?
heard he's getting knighthood regardless.
Yeah.
Because that's what England do, don't they?
What about the Dutch? You guys are the biggest losers in international history too.
Sorry. Do you have a Euros?
Do you have a World Cup?
We have a Euros.
Do you have a World Cup?
No.
but
You
do you have a World Cup?
What tournament are you
What would you
currently
rather,
playing?
a World
You
Cup
never
or a
won
Euros?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Do you have a,
I'll keep this
give
here.
me that.
I'll keep
give
this
me
here.
that.
I'll keep this
Why
here.
have you got in possession of that?
Don't
Give
worry.
me it.
Don't
Don't worry.
Because
It's
we've got one.
Only
We've
I
won
need
one.
that.
We've won one.
Yeah, but I need
Go
that.
win it. Go earn it. Don't beg for it. It's disgusting.
It's
disgusting.
You ain't got World
Earn it.
Cups. No World
Earn
Cups.
it.
All you do is lose.
Your World Cups weren't even
Look,
the
how
real
can-
World Cup. It was called the Jules Rimet.
How can
It was the
these
Jules
guys-
Rimet.
how can
They had
these
wings.
guys- You guys developed.
They had the cup that looked like a
guys-
bird.
How
You
can
guys developed a beautiful
Their
game.
cup got stolen. Their cup got stolen. Joke, man. You ain't even serious.
You guys developed the beautiful
Yeah.
game.
guys had Johan Cruyff and wasted Johan Cruyff. That
Don't
is
matter.
crazy. Do you know
Don't
what I mean?
matter. Van
Do you know
Basten
what we
got me
have?
this.
Do you know what we have?
Van Basten got me this.
Do you know what we have? We have a World Cup, and you know what else we have? 2 World Wars. 2 World Wars, 1 World Cup. Life's good, mate. What have you got? What have the Dutch got, mate?
Man said we'll see them at the beaches. A man said we will see them at the beaches. Big up Churchill and them, man. I am Rashid says the two best right wingers in the world in the final.
Hey, Hermano for Hermano. You know what I mean? We can go band for band. Fuck that. We can go M for M. You know what I'm saying?
You're mad. Churchill comes is what they're calling you. That is mad. We got one from Lyes that says, pick up your phone, Fuad cannot dodge me tonight.
Man, shut up, man.
Who? Lyes sent a super chat.
Saying that.
I ain't trying to hear no phone calls and You think 100 people ain't trying to be on FaceTime? Yeah, join the queue, blood.
What happened?
Fuad cannot dodge me tonight. Pick up the phone.
Dodge me, right, bro. Can't catch me.
Oh yeah, you were talking on Canada, innit?
Canada.
But you know Lyes, he only claims Canada when they're winning. You know what I mean? This guy's Drake's biggest hater. The greatest thing to ever come out of Canada.
Didn't America get grouped?
I think they might have.
Where was he when that happened?
America got grouped.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But you know, France, Algeria, Canada, America,
Swiss nation,
Mexico, Swiss nation, Austria
Sweden,
nation, Rangnick nation. Yeah, I mean, we can't keep up anymore. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Racially ambiguous.
That's what I'm saying,
You're
man.
like them girls on IG.
United Nations of Benetton.
Yeah.
United Nations of Benetton is mad. On that bombshell, listen, we'll be...
Let me see this goofy, man.
We'll be back.
He wants to shout. Go on. For what?
That's you. Where are you?
CADANI.
What does he want?
You know what they say, yeah? You know what they say?
What do they say?
With Spurs and Netherlands fans, you don't have to reply. You don't have to reply. You just have to wait. You just have to wait.
Oh, we've heard that about. That was the Arsenal line. No way he's remixing tweets. Hey, get out of here, bro. No way he's trying to cook me with remix tweets. Hey, get your own bars, man. Oh, little mute, bro.
You have the nerve to come for 48th place Canada. 48th place.
What?
Have some shame, brother. Have some shame.
Yeah.
Embarrassing. And how fitting. This is the last thing I want to say.
Hey, Lyes. Let me tell you something quickly. Hold it and shut up. Yeah? Ain't nobody trying to hear what you gotta say. It don't matter what Lyes gotta say. Yeah? I run this show. I am the F in this. I end the show.
Listen, we'll be back to wrap up this final. Listen, we've had fun over the Euros. One game left. It's going to be a big one. England are in it. The Three Lions are in it. Imagine, I've done so many watch-alongs on things, yeah, in public. And I've asked people, is it coming home? And it's always been like... I was driving on the way here. People, pubs, they were overflowing to the streets. People were shouting, jubilating on line backs. They finally believe. But listen, we'll be back. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Algorithm. Remember, Proton VPN. Get your discounts.
Move, man.
Oh my gosh.
Get off me.
Get your discounts.
Hey! Get off me, blood. Get this dirty flag off me as well, bro.
Listen,
Move, man.
we'll be back, man. Make sure you like it. Southgate, you're the one. Still turn me on. Football's coming home again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking back at where we just met. I cannot escape and I cannot forget. Southgate, you're the one. You still turn me on. Football's coming home again.
Yamal, save us. Yamal, please save us.
Back. Like.